Well, YouTubers, I'm making more progress. Now, this might seem not... Sorry, that's why I don't do any editing. It's definitely for real. Still working on cleanup, of course. I did manage to get that off today. The front of the fireplace is off. And that's going to get redone, because I hate brown. Absolutely hate brown. That's got to go, too. Anyway, the cleanup continues. The game plan here, I've got to finish getting these cleaned out. I'm getting there. Look, all the old food is gone. Now I need to scrub these down. I want to try to get all this done this week. I don't know if this is even possible. This might take me another week before I move in. I'm not moving into like the bedrooms back here or anything like that. The game plan is to move into the living room. Me and Louie. Louie, I won't even let the dog in here yet. Sorry about that. It's just too much broken shards and all that kind of shit. First coat of kills in that section. Scrub down the walls. Bathroom's still caca, but look, the gnats aren't swarming. So that's good. Definitely has helped now that I've got the windows all open. There's a couple gnats, but not too bad. For those of you that haven't seen any of the other videos, this is where I'm going to be bathing, I guess. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to tear all this out and replace everything with a shower in time before winter. This is operational, so I'm going to have a washing machine, although that doesn't do me a lot of good without a dryer. The refrigerator's history. Got to scrub this up. But I'm trying to just focus out in the living room. As you can see, look at the walls. The way the walls were out there in the living room as well. Which makes it really difficult. Because first you have to TSP everything down, and then multiple coats of kills. Turn on the light here. Maybe it'll help a little. Yeah, the walls are pretty caca. And I'm finding more and more little small problems that I'm having to deal with. But I believe that I'm just going to go ahead and close this whole section of the house off. Just plastic it off. Because being a one-man operation, there's no frickin' way before winter. The snow's going to start flying in a few months. And although I would really like to be in that back bedroom with the little tiny stove, I think the best bet is most definitely going to be staying out here. So the new game plan is the refrigerator shot. That's out in the field now. So I think I'm going to set myself up the stove out here and get a new refrigerator. For now, of course, budget constraints, because I am on a fixed income, like probably most of you are. I'm going to clean up the green turd, which, oh god, I've got to spray that down before I leave today too, so I can start cleaning that tomorrow. But I believe I'm going to bring out the green turd, stick it out here. I don't know where though. So I'm not tearing this out. I like this. And it's not going to be a planter. It's going to be something else. And you'll see what it's going to become. But I am thinking I'm going to set my little kitchen area up right over here. And just go in there to do my dishes. Plastic that off. That way the dog doesn't go down in there at all. That way once this room is completely rehabbed, well, not completely, but good portion of the rehab's done, at least this will be somewhat livable. Because, I mean, seriously, look at the Old West, man. This would have been like a great place, right? Or something. Maybe cavemen. Cavemen would have really digged it. But I've got to get to the insulation in the ceiling. And then the bigger problem, which I've decided because of the cost, just so you know, you don't make that much off of YouTube videos. Not yet anyway, maybe someday. But this is a major problem. This is all just wide open. So for now, I'm thinking the best way to do this is I'm gonna put up screen over the entire thing. I mean, it's not gonna do me any good for heat, but if any of you understand wood cost, to buy the wood to do all this, no, because I gotta buy a refrigerator, I need a new stove, I need a bed, I need a pressure washer. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to bring that stove in there. The other thing I can do is clean this area up, which is probably the better move, because I did buy a new grill. And the grill's out in the barn. And the grill does have a burner on it. So if I set the grill there, then I could just come out my door and grill out and use the burner and, you know, get a crock pot, electric skillet. I've got an air fryer. Certainly not going to be using the crock pot that was left behind or any of the dishes or the waffle iron. But I believe I'm just going to screen all this off because I know as soon as the weather turns to shit, the cats are going to be back. And for those of you that were like, no, that's not a pot plant. Yeah, that's a really freaking big pot plant. Really big pot plant. That's got to be 10 foot plus. There's a few of them in here. I feel bad, but they got to go because I want to be able to utilize the porch. Chop all this down. I can actually see out there. Maybe put my lawn chair outside. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. But at least all the furniture is gone. Except for that little cabinet over there that the neighbor wants for some reason. So, yes, we're going to do screen. I think we're going to do screen. See another spot up in there I'm going to have to get up in foam. Is that big old light area coming in there? That's no bueno. It's definitely no bueno. And the rest of this I can work on next season. This is going to take a long, long time. But anyway, I take all the dirt out of that indoor planter in there, bring it out here and put it in the outdoor planter after I clean all this up. Yeah, this is going to take another week. There's no way. There's just no way. I last a few hours and then I am completely out of steam. And I need to get back in there too, because when I got over into this area and I started sealing up the cinder block, I'll take you over here and show you. I figured this is what was happening because it was a ton of dirt over in this area. So I need to get hydraulic cement, fill all this, patch all these holes in the cinder block area, and then go around to the outside out here and dig down and make sure that's sealed up. And I know somebody made a comment about I should put a water catchment system in. You just couldn't see it because of the jungle and it's really full of mold. But at one point in time, the gutters actually did run into a water catchment for watering the outside plants. Another thing that needs to be fixed and cleaned and redone in my bamboo jungle, which I'm thinking this area right here. Just put my bed in here, put some blinds up, scrub the ever-loving shit out of the floor. Surprisingly, the sanding is going really, really easy. Now that everything's dead, I'll show you. Bam, nice and smooth. So it's not bad. It's not nearly as bad as it looks now. I'm hoping tomorrow I will have all this sanded down to that spot. I sanded all that down and got the first coat of Kills on. Well, I did the edging twice and then first coat with the roller, which took me right at about 5 hours-ish. So the nice thing is tomorrow I can come in and re-roll this, but I'm thinking it's probably going to be 3 coats. And then sand all of this down tomorrow and cut in my edges. And hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow, I will have the first coat of Kills on all of this. So let me think. Take one more day for that. I've got a full day on the front porch for sure. At least a full day scrubbing the floors, because I'm not going to be able to do this with a mop. It's just going to push shit everywhere. So I'm going to have to get down on hands and knees with a bucket and a brush. Go old school. Get the floor all scrubbed up so old Lucio doesn't get anything in his little paws. Yeah, I'm thinking this is going to be another week before I can even get into this room. And I mean, seriously, it's not that bad. It looks really bad, but once I'm in here too, because driving back and forth from the motel, which is costing me a fortune. I mean, 1 month in the motel and I can buy a new stove and fridge. So I've got to get to the point where I come in here. There's no way around it. And once I'm here, I'll be able to get a hell of a lot more done, because I'm going to get bored as hell really fast. Because I won't just be sitting around. I'll be working on shit, and then I'll sit down for a little bit, and then I'm going to be like, all right, might as well get back to work again. So, yes, that's where we're at things. Oh. So, for all of you that are like new viewers that keep coming on and saying, just tear the house down, I don't know what you're thinking. Do you have any idea how much it costs to tear down a house and build a new house? And I get the tiny house thing. Okay, but even if I buy a shed, say I buy an inexpensive one for $8,000, and then I insulate it, I put up drywall, I get a stove and fridge for it, I have to get electricity to it, or I can put up solar panels. All of this shit costs money. This costs money too, but I can pick away at it, and I can do it on a budget, slowly but surely. So that's the whole reason why I'm gonna do the house thing. And I don't think, honestly, with the frame's good, the roof's good, it has a newer steel roof on it, it doesn't leak. The only problems with leaking is around the soffit area, because it was never sealed up properly, which I've got foam board for, and I can foam up those cracks. So I'm gonna try to give this a shot. Over the course of the next week, I wanna give it till, not this coming Wednesday, but probably the following Wednesday. And I wanna try to get this room good enough where I can make this into a little studio apartment for myself and Louie. And then we have to start chopping firewood up. Now I do have a log splitter down there by the road, which of course is buried in weeds. So that's gonna be a whole nother day project just to get to the weed eater, or weed eat down to the log splitter to where I can start splitting some logs. I also have to buy a chainsaw. So, and I'm doing this all on my own. And I've got not good leg and I've got a not good back. And my left arm don't work so well anymore. I'm getting old, getting too old for this shit. So, for those of you that are just saying tear it down, just stop making that comment. I'm just not even gonna respond to it. It's ridiculous. Could you tear down your house and rebuild it? Where in the hell you get the money for that kind of a project? But for those of you that have been subscribing and making comments and telling me keep up the good work and you're making progress, thank you. just a couple of months ago, I was at 109 subscribers. I looked this morning, I'm at like 2,600 subscribers. You would think that would make you a whole bunch of money. It doesn't work that way. I looked this morning, so far I've earned like $254, I believe. But you don't just get the money either. They had to mail me a PIN number, and then I have to plug in the PIN number. They have to go through tax documents and everything else, and then they do a deposit once a month, which I didn't know anything about that. And in all honesty, I was more or less doing the YouTube videos just as something to keep my sanity. And it's really nice when I get comments from people. I do appreciate it, guys, because it does help keep me going, because this is a crazy project I'm working on. But this is my retirement, you know. I'm at that point now. I'm disabled. I've got to pick away at this. I can't afford to be buying stuff and contracting people. And for those of you that were like, oh, just get a huge dumpster dropped off, I contacted them about that. That was going to be about $1,000. So, refrigerated food or dumpster? No. Garbage is currently in a burn pile, other than the recycling is in a separate pile out in the field currently. That's also going to be a next year project. The recycling stuff, I'm sure I can find somebody that'll come out and pick up a whole bunch of scrap. I do have access to a trailer, so that might still be on the list. But as you can see, the work is extensive, and it is time-consuming, bust-ass work. So I just do a little bit at a time every day, try to make a little bit more progress every day, and hopefully, God willing, and in about another, well, today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 7, 8, 9 days. So I'm shooting for 9 days from now to have my little apartment area set up in this room so that I can keep working on the house full time. And I really wish I had a stand-up shower in here though. That tub thing is a nightmare because you have to like climb up and into it and everything, and it is extremely difficult. But I'm going to keep hacking away at this. That's going to be it for today. I will get you an updated video tomorrow after I hit this other area, the other two walls, and hopefully don't run into any major problems. But so far so good. Wish me luck, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And thank you again for all these subscribers and all the great comments. Really thank you guys. It really helps keep me motivated.